Weekend was good. Got a whole shot. The first moto I got a good start in the second moto, and I got second overall. And the track was good, so I got to do some battling. So it was good.
It was awesome. No, it wasn't really awesome. Honda had a bad weekend, man. First moto, went down second corner, and then went down like 3 laps later. Pretty awesome. Let me talk on the camera. I sound really drunk right now, don't I? Second moto, started third, and really no excuse except for my hands. They hurt so bad. My hands sweat so bad that the freaking calluses, they start to like fold or whatever, and they hurt. So I went back to 7th. Not bad though. I got 2 weekends off. Got a bachelor party in between there. It's not good news, but I'll be ready for whatever the next race is. I have no idea.
I had 2 bad starts and 2 good rides, but 7th overall here at Washougal, and the track was gnarly today, and just trying to put it together.
The races went pretty good because I fell within close to my goal, but not quite. I had a really good bike this weekend. I was racing Ryan's bike, but not quite what I wanted, but still good. First moto, I got 14th, not quite what I wanted, but the track was smooth and I tend to ride better on a rougher track. And second moto was a little bit rougher and I got 12th, so that was better.
Weekend was wasn't the best weekend for me. I fell and had some bike issues in the first practice and even in the first moto, but I was pumped, to be able to still get a podium out of that. 5-2 was good for a bad weekend for me, and just need to work on a few things, and we got a couple weeks off, so I'm excited about that, but just out here having fun.
My weekend was alright. I mean, better than Millville. I qualified for my first time ever in my career at Millville, and then I got 31st on this first moto here at washougal. I kind of struggled a little bit at the start, and then I fell. I got some problems with the goggles, but now I got try to regroup for the second moto, and then I got 22nd in the last moto, so I felt really good. I almost did my first points in the AMA, so I'm happy. The most important thing, I'm leaving here healthy and ready for Unadilla.
Hey, I come here for do a good experience. Normally I do the World Championship MX1, and I wanted to see the level of the Arma Motocross Championship. And I get the bike yesterday. We have to fix everything but it was really, the engine was not in the frame and it was really difficult. But my weekend, the first training it was good. I get first, but it was not so much because it's the first training. Second, I was 3, and then I was 3 for go to the gate. And first moto, my start was not so bad, but with the power of the engine stock, it's not so easy to get the really good start. And I was like 5, 6, 7, and then I get the 3 place. And I finished 3 on the moto. It was good, but it's really hard with the winter here. It's so hot when you compare with Europe. And second moto, I get bad luck in the first laps. My front wheels go in the foot peg on one guy, and my bike go and crash, come back long and come back 14. And after I was 14 and I passed one guy, and one guy do me inside and block past me, I really get bad luck on second hit, but I get a good experience here, and then I know a little bit how is it for my future.
I don't really even know. Words can't explain this weekend. Not for me, anyways. I didn't have that good of a weekend. My first moto, I got a okay start, but kind of got screwed over in the first turn. A couple people went down, and I got tangled up in it. And then I finished 11th. Just trying to get some points or whatever to just carry on my my points. But second moto, had a terrible start. got another pile up in the first turn, and I guess the first lap I came from last to 16th, which, you know, I was very upset, you know, trying to come through the pack and stuff like that. And then I made a pass on one kid, and he never turned and just T-boned me, and I couldn't get my bike started. My silencer actually caught on fire and stuff like that. So I don't know, it was just a bad weekend. Just pushed it back and got out of here healthy. So we still got 4 more races to go and a lot more racing to go.
Yeah, it started off good, ended bad, but you know, I got up there the first moto and you know, ran with Reed the whole time. Got a good start and didn't let him get away, and rode strong second place. Second moto, thought I had the whole shot. Just coming into the first turn, got blasted by somebody on my left side and threw me into everybody else on the right, and that was, you know, the end of my day. But I learned a lot being behind Reed the first moto. I really wanted to watch how he rode and everything, and he's a really good rider, and he rides really smooth and really mellow, but still goes really fast, and I learned a lot about that, like how to do that, and while I was behind him, and how I get impatient sometimes. I learned where I do that and how I do that, and hopefully I can take that and just, you know, keep building from it. So, you know, that's all I can do from this weekend, and just ride it off and move on.
Not even gonna ask me how was my weekend?
How was your weekend, Doc?
It was pretty good, actually. First moto was awesome. Got the whole shot, and you know, definitely made things easy on me. Tommy Harden rode a great race. He was throwing down the laps, and you know, I was just trying to put consistent laps, and I think track got pretty rough. You know, a little rough and slick, and a little more than I expected. So we were a little off on settings, and changed out the bike for the second one, and then unfortunately Tommy went down in the second one in the first turn, and I ran right up over him. It kind of doesn't make you feel too good, so a few laps I kind of felt pretty bad, and then just had to put my head down and go for it. This live TV is awesome for our sport, but it makes it tough on us riders. You know, racing at 6:15, the sun's in your eyes, and you can't see anything. So just really waited for my moment. You know, previous races it's kind of like I've been slow at the beginning, but I don't really think it was that this weekend. I just didn't feel safe. I couldn't see, and once it went in behind the trees, I just started clicking off the laps, and didn't even know who was leading. I could just tell the crowd was going nuts when I got around JG, so I was hoping that was the lead.
CJ was a dominator. I mean, was it digging deep, or was it just the sun went away and you felt safe?
No, I had to dig deep for sure. You know, like I dug myself a pretty deep hole to come back from, and the track was good. You know, it was a complete opposite of last week. I was pretty critical of that. It was like a freeway in the second moto, and this one was nasty, and it was fun. You know, you got to have a bike that works good. You got to, you know, have throttle control, and it just everything. You know, it just takes more out of you, and it gives you more. You know, separates the men from the boys a little bit, and I like that.
It was good. It's actually the first pro national where I finished both motos since I started doing nationals last year at Millville, so it was good. Second race back from the crash at Glen Helen, so got these 2 rounds under my belt. Now I have 3 weeks to go back and work on everything I need to work on going into Unadilla.
Oh wow, my weekend, first moto went okay. Got a really bad start, ended up 7th, which is, you know, pretty consistent for me. Second moto got an awesome start. I was top 5 running up there with Ashley and those girls, and got cleaned out, and couldn't start my bike, which was a bummer, and ended up 21st for 14th overall. It was probably the worst weekend ever of my racing career, but I'm okay, healthy, on in the next race, so it'll be fine.
Weekend was pretty good. You know, I had a little mistakes in the second moto, crashed a few times, but you know, I think I got to be happy. Came out here with extra points, tied with the championship points, so pretty pumped about that. You know, I took a good bit of chipping away, but it's gonna try to take this 3-week break and work on some good stuff, and come back Unadilla strong.
It was all right. First moto, I got stuck on another motorcycle. Second moto, I got 13th. So it was all right. No, I felt like I redeemed myself in the second moto with that 13th. I started in like 17th and made a couple passes and just kept charging. But it was probably one of the hottest days we've had since Freestone, so that kind of took a toll on me. Especially in Minnesota, it's been overcast and 65, so it's not the best kind of training weather, but it was overall it was a pretty good day today.
This week was pretty good. I was pretty pumped with it. The track was it was good. It was a little slippery. It was really good in practice. It was kind of loamy, but the more the day went on, it got really slick. But I had a lot of fun. Best weekend so far. I made a lot of mistakes, and we had to change a few things the first moto, and then second moto I just freaking pinned it and got the win.
It went pretty good. My weekend was alright. I started off good, had a great moto, caught up to second, and was feeling really good. Lap times were good, and the second moto I got a bad start and was trying to make my way through the pack quick, and I was already up to 10th and got together with somebody and it sent me on my head, so I didn't get to finish that moto, but I went 210 or 2 DNF for 10th overall, so for the most part it was good. I got some good experience and showed that I could run up front with those guys.
My weekend was good actually. I got a decent start in the first moto, like I usually get, about 20th, and pulled a 10th place in that one. Wasn't the best showing, but had a few little problems, minor problems, but nothing big. I mean, I thought 10th was pretty strong. It was actually tied my best moto finish of the year. And then I went for the second moto, and Nico, I was talking to Nico, and he was telling me get down to the inside because he knows my starts aren't good. So I got down to the inside and came out just as we thought. And I mean, that pretty much tells the story right there. I went into the second turn in third or second, and then slouched onto JG. And once the halfway flags came out, I kind of was losing touch and checked back on Reed, and Reed was coming like a train, but Byrne was coming too actually, but not quite as hard.